Okay guys, so let's start off this look by. First, I'm going to pin back my hair just so that it doesn't get in my face while I'm doing my face. Then I'm going to go ahead and prime my entire skin, not my eyes or my lips, with foundation primer. Next, with this under eye corrector, I'm going to apply this to anywhere on my face that has dark circles or dark spots. I have that little blemish on the side of my face. I also have a burn mark on my forehead, but also my normal areas under the eyes and around my mouth. And then I'm going to pat it with my finger just so that it blends out. Next, in the center of my face, I'm going to use a foundation that's about, I'd say 5 to 6 shades lighter than me. But for my skin tone, I'm going to also use a foundation that has like a yellow orangey undertone just for the center of my face. I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend this out simply in the center of my face, making sure to just really keep it in the center. And then on the perimeter of my face, I'm going to use a foundation a little later that actually matches my skin tone. I like to do this because I like to keep the center of my face pretty bright, and many times on women of color, we usually have two different tones, one that's in the center of the face and then one that covers the perimeter of the face, and usually the center of the face is lighter than the perimeter of the face. So I'm kind of mimicking that with makeup. I just really hate it when I put one color all over, and I find, for me personally, that the center of my face tends to just appear a little dark. It loses the brightness. So I do this with the two separate foundations, just to make sure that I maintain the brightness in the skin. Now with a duo fiber brush, I'm going to use the foundation that actually matches my skin tone and apply this along the perimeter of my face, especially going on top of the jaw and along the cheekbones. That will help to kind of just blend it into my neck, and so that it looks just very realistic when I blend the two different foundation colors. So in circular motions and also kind of a stippling technique for more coverage, I'm going to apply this color all over the perimeter of my face. Now I'm going to go back with the beauty blender and not only blend out the color, the foundation on my face that actually matches my skin tone, but I'm also going to focus on the line where those two foundations are meeting, and I'm going to really just blend out by dabbing along that line to really blur it so that there isn't a clear line of demarcation where those two foundations meet and they kind of begin to just melt into each other. Now with a lighter concealer, with a very yellow undertone, I'm going to now go ahead and highlight underneath my eyes. Now with the beauty blender, and I've given it some time, the concealer a little time to dry down, I'm going to lightly blend the highlighted concealer all over the face. Now I'm just going to use the other end of the Beauty Blender because sometimes when the highlighter goes too far on the perimeter of my face, I like to use the back end of the Beauty Blender and kind of erase that area using the sponge. Now with an eyeshadow brush, I'm going to take a contour color and contour underneath my eyelids. This will just kind of make my eyes appear a little bit more rounded, but also make the area that I highlighted, the top of my cheek, to look a lot more flatter. And plus, underneath the eyelids are naturally contoured anyway, so I'm just accentuating that with my darker foundation that I'm going to use to contour the rest of my face. I'm also going to use this same brush to contour my nose and my eyelids as well. This is a brand new technique for me, you guys. I actually just started using this just randomly for the first time in this video, and I really liked the control that I had with this brush and with this type of brush and the finish that it gave me. So I think I might add this technique you know, like regularly. It just kind of gave me so much more of a softer application than what I was used to, and I'm just kind of drawing it on and then having to blend it out. I liked what this little pointy head brush gave me. The brush is an eyeshadow brush. It's kind of like the MAC 217 brush, where it's just a very pointed blending brush, but it's not the MAC 217 brush. But all I'm saying is I really like the technique and I like how this turned out. And so many times I forget to do my nose, to contour my nose. But I think moving forward I might not forget this time with this technique. I'm also going to use the same blending eyeshadow brush to apply the contour color into the socket of my eyelid. And that's going to be from the inner corner all the way out to the outer corner, just with my eyes open, so that I'm really getting into the socket and making sure that I'm going above the eye fold of my eyelid. You know, that little area there that's like creasing in the eyelid? I want to make sure to go above that area, and this will make my eyes look a little bit larger with the whole makeup look, and especially in pictures. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour my cheeks at an angle and then bring that same contour color up along my forehead to connect from ear to ear. I'm also going to take that same color and apply it along the bottom of my chin as well. Now with the fat part of the Beauty Blender, I am going to dab and bounce the Beauty Blender along the contour in order to blend that contour out. Now, after all of that is blended out, I'm going to set only the highlighted areas with this banana yellow setting powder, especially underneath my eyes and my nose and forehead, because I also get oily especially in the T-zone area. Though I didn't highlight my eyes, I'm still going to put some setting powder there just to avoid the eyeshadows from, or I'm sorry, the oils in my eyelids from contacting the eyeshadows. This, for me, just really helps to prolong my eyeshadows from any creasing or anything like that. I did my brows off camera, so I'm going to skip to the footage where I just start with the eyes. At the center of the lid, I start by applying eye primer just only on the center, and then I'm going to blend it out to the inner and outer corners. But I really want to make sure that we have a significant amount of that clear eye primer in the center of the lid, because when I open my eye, that's kind of the brightest area that is going to be seen. So I'm just applying like a couple of layers of this specific eye primer because I didn't want to do white or, you know, a nude eye primer. I wanted something that just dried clear, mostly because I didn't know what eyeshadow look I was doing. I was kind of making this up as I went along, you know, so I just didn't want to put any white or nude, and then I changed my mind along the way, and those primers just didn't work. Now with my finger, I'm going to apply this shimmer goldeny orangey eyeshadow to the center of the lid. Like I said before, whenever I open my eyes, this is going to be the brightest area of the eyelid. So I want to make sure that that this is kind of the central main color of the eyeshadow look. So I'm applying this this shimmer eyeshadow with my fingers because it gives kind of more of a satin finish than that kind of shimmery, glittery finish that sits on top of the eye. And then on the inner corner of the eye, I'm going to go in with a more golden, yellow golden eyeshadow and blend that into the orangey copper eyeshadow that's in the center, so that there's kind of an ombre effect going on. Now with the eyeshadow brush and nothing on it, I'm just going to help to blend that inner corner so that that shimmer eyeshadow is a little bit more fluid in blending into that coppery golden orange, the coppery orangey eyeshadow flawlessly. Then I'm going to switch my brush to the blending brush, that blending brush that I used before with a contour color. I'm going to just kind of use that in the socket of my eye. Now I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush and put a deep plum eyeshadow on the outer corner of the eye there. And I'm just going to pat it there. This is really for the, you know, to create some depth in the eye and some darkness only on that outer third of the eye. Then I'm going to go back to that blending brush, take a matte brown eyeshadow and blend that up into the socket of the eye. And then also, and I'm going to blend this out until the dark purple is blended out a little bit more. After that, with just kind of what is left on the brush, I'm going to take that blending brush and then sweep it underneath my eye to get kind of a light sweep of that matte brown and purple underneath the eye. Just a light sweep, just to kind of set the under eye from that contour color that we put there before. Now with my eyeliner brush, I'm going to apply this black gel eyeliner to the outer corner of my eye, making sure to wing it on that outer lid. And then I'm going to just connect the inner corner really deep into the inner corner of the eye and connecting it to the wing on the outer eye. I just want a slight wing. Then after I apply that, I'm going to apply a liquid eyeliner on top of that gel eyeliner, and it's simply trying to darken out gel eyeliner and make it more black. Now I'm going to put several, pretty much 1,000 layers of mascara on my eyelids. I don't know why I do this, and I know I'm gonna put false lashes on top of it, but I think that there's something so satisfying about putting on mascara. It's literally my favorite part, even though I know I'm gonna put false lashes on my eyes. This part is just so, it does something for the soul. I know y'all, I know some of my mascara junkies out there feel me on this. Now with a pencil brush, I'm going to apply the golden eyeshadow underneath the inner corner of my eye, just to kind of make my eye look a little bit larger. Now with this bronze eyeliner, I'm going to apply this all over not only the waterline, but along the bottom lash line as well. Kind of smudging it through the bottom lashes. Y'all, when I got that pencil, I literally was convinced that, you know, it just wouldn't work for me. I was like, it's brown, I'm brown, like it's just not going to show up. But I will tell you, I love this pencil so much, and it really just does a number for, it just helps to define the eye without adding a lot of color. You know, you don't want to add like black or blue or purple or anything like that. So I really love this pencil, and I was completely wrong when I saw it in the package. After the eyeliner is on and I can see the shape a little bit better, I go in and kind of deepen out that the outer corners with a little bit more of that deep purple on an eyeshadow brush, and then go back to that blending brush and blend that out a little bit and just make it a little higher on my eyelid so that my eyes appear just a little bit more open. I applied 2 pairs of, or I'm sorry, really 1.5 pairs of lashes off camera, and now I'm just kind of setting them with the tweezers. I applied 1 pair first, and they looked a little bit too dramatic in person, but on camera they were perfect. And then I applied these lashes, which in person looked perfect, but on camera they just look kind of a little washed out. So note to self, just really probably go with the more dramatic, you know, later when I do another tutorial. So lesson learned. Now all over the face with the powder that actually matches my skin tone, I'm going to go ahead and place this all over the face. Yep, on top of the highlighted areas, the contour areas, all over the skin. And this will just help to be kind of a veil of like skin color that will cover up the highlighting in the contour in person, so that, you know, it's not so harsh with those 2 different colors on the face. But you know, when you're when I take a picture or anything like that, it will the highlighting contour will make a difference. But in person, you don't want to see those kind of 2 toned foundations on the skin. Then shortly after that, I'm going to go back in with this mascara and lightly just pressing the middle of my eyelashes and wiggling the wand down. I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara to the bottom lashes. Now with a blush brush, I'm going to apply this shimmery eyeshadow to the tops of my cheeks. And I'm applying this in a circular motion and just kind of really with a light hand, because I want it to appear like I'm blushing underneath, you know, my skin. You know how like blushing comes from within. Well, honestly, as a chocolate girl, y'all, I don't blush. I'm just gonna be honest. I ain't never seen a blush on my face, like ever. But when I see it on other people, I think it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna kind of mimic that. Next, with Cork lip liner, I'm going to line along my natural lip line, and this is just going to act as a transition for the lipstick color that's going to go on top of my lips for the coral lipstick color coming later. Then for a little bit more definition, I'm going to apply chestnut on top of that, kind of on the outer portion of my lips, not overlining, but just really on the outside of that cork lip liner. And then with a lip brush, I'm going to apply coral, like a coral lipstick, right there in the center of the lips, not on top of the lip liners yet, just in the center of the lips. I'm going to focus the majority of this lipstick. And then with whatever is left on the brush, without applying more color, I'm going to then blend the lipstick in with the lip liner. Now with a peachy lip gloss, I'm going to start in the center of the lips and blend it all out, and I'm going to go on top of the entire lip, including the lip liner. So this will kind of create a veil of lip color on top of the lip, so then the brown lip liners are all melted together and it looks like all one even lip product. And that's the look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it.